What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Greg Saltz Presents Musings of a Schlep. This time, today's story is about how I helped set a Dodger team record. I know you're wondering why is Greg Saltz wearing a Sandy Koufax jersey, especially coming on the heels. Like literally just a couple days ago, the Dodgers knocked out my Padres from the playoffs. National League Division Series, NLDS 2024, the year that was when Jerick's and Profar and Manny Machado were acting like clowns, and that bad karma. Actually, this video is about me clowning when I was about that same age, actually. Yeah, but I've matured. But yeah, man, Dodgers. I went to 2 Padre games this year. I went to a game in LA this year. I was trash talking in LA. It was all good fun, man. Dodger fans, and we actually had a good time. But anyhow, this story goes back to August 1991. I want to say August 21, 1991. I got to go back and double check I'll put the scorecard up, not the scorecard, the box score. But this game, I went to LA. I wasn't by myself, and I bought tickets from a scalper. Because I did that in Yankee Stadium too. I was sitting right next to the players' wives. I got tickets from a guy in the parking lot. And, who knows? These guys probably see the players every day. And if the players have tickets they're not using, who knows? So I'm like, hey, So that was awesome. And then I was also in Yankee Stadium the game that Roger Clemens got his 300th win and 4,000 strikeout in the same game. I was there. I can't find the ticket stub. So bummed. But anyhow, going back to LA, Chaves Ravine, right? So I get my tickets. We go, bro. We are row 3 by the Dodger dugout, between the Dodger dugout and home plate, right by the on deck circle. I can't even think. Right by the on deck circle. So any Dodger player that comes up, puts a little donut on his bat, we're right there. Like they can hear us talk trash. And trust me, I've talked trash, I remember when Bonds' kid was playing left field and he had a little dangling earring. And I was like, bruh, or when George Hendrick came to San Diego and I don't know why we picked him to trash talk, but he hit like, I don't know how many RBIs. And every time he just laughed at us. So it's kind of like the same thing what happened right here. So Darryl Strawberry is the guy I'm going to talk about. He's the guy that set the single game record for most RBIs ever hit by a Dodger in Chaves Ravine. That record had been, people had gotten 7 RBIs in a game before, but on the road. As far as 7 RBIs at home in Chaves Ravine, that was the only time it had ever happened up to that point. Shohei Ohtani, he just shattered it. Anyhow, okay, at that time, Darryl Strawberry was like one of the most controversial people in Major League Baseball. He, was on the Mets, and he was, notorious for. That whole team was notorious for doing drugs, but they were a good team. Darryl Strawberry was one of the greatest. They called him, was it him or the straw that stirred the drink, or was that Reggie Jackson? I know they called him the straw that keeps stirring because his name's Strawberry, obviously. So in this game, he came up to the on deck circle. Oral Hershiser was pitching too, and this was like 1 month after Oral Hershiser was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Like he was like the greatest pitcher, on the hottest team. This is the team, that 91 Dodger team. They won 93 games. And they lost to the Braves by 1 game. Imagine 93 games in this day and age with the wild card and not making the playoffs. And so also Eddie Murray was on that team. Eddie Murray, he had a phenomenal year. I think he had like 90-something RBIs in that year. And he batted right behind Darryl Strawberry. So they pretty much, Darryl had the benefit of having a bat right behind him in the lineup. So, and Chris Gwynn was playing for the Dodgers, and Tony Gwynn didn't play. That would have been awesome. That would have been an awesome box score. But anyhow, so Darryl Strawberry gets to the on-deck circle. We know all about his drug exploits, the cocaine habits, He's a born-again Christian now. He's a brother. So, and I've gone through some of those same struggles that he went through, substance struggles that he went through. which is odd that I would go down there and kind of like mock him. But I literally, like, he would come onto the on deck circle, and I'm like, Darryl, Darryl, Darryl. I mean, this is something you hear when Darryl would hear when he would go in an away game, from the bleachers, but at home, where the season ticket holders are sitting, and I'm like 3 rows from the on deck circle. He's right there. I mean, he can rip that netting open and come after me if he wanted to. So he's just looking like, really, bro, Darryl. I'm like, hey man, I got the stuff, man. Oh, I'm pulling out Cheech and Chong. Who is it? It's Dave, man. I got the stuff. Dave? Yeah, man, it's Dave, man. Open the door, man. Dave's not here. No, man, I'm Dave, man. I got the stuff, man. So I'm pulling this whole Cheech and Chong routine with Darryl Strawberry. Hey, man, I got the stuff, man. I'll meet you in the parking lot, huh, homie? Come on, man. And of course, he's like, what in the wide world of sports? And he's looking at me, and he goes, I got something for you, fool. Bam! Grand slam home run. So, of course, he rounds the bases, touches home plate. He's got to kind of go right by the on-deck circle to get to the dugout. Do you think he's looking in the dugout at the guys on his team like, hey? No, he's looking at me. You want to talk trash to me? Hold my beer, man. He done hit a grand slam. And then, so what's messed up is later on he came up and he hit a 3-run home run. He hit a 3-run home run after we're like, hey, man, I know you wanted this, eh? So I mean, Darryl, if you're watching this, my bad, bro. I mean, we were both the same age. I was born in 63. You were born in 62. Basically, we were in our 20s, late 20s at that time. And so you should thank me, because I literally motivated you to have that game. And, I mean, I know you had said some controversial things later, but I think a lot of that was taken out of context. And I can appreciate how you've grown in life, as we all have. And so, and you got Player of the Week that week. You got Player of the Week. You should thank me for that. Did you get a check for that? I need a little residual from that, man. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, moral of the story: sometimes you trash talk players, and they just go off. Like if that was me, and I had somebody trash talking me, oh yeah, because okay, so okay, my claim to fame was I could bat 500 playing softball, okay, and I played infield, but I did like being up to bat with 2 outs in the last inning, and if I got out, game was over. I don't ever remember making that out, because those were the moments that I was just like, I would just focus. You just focus some more. So, Darryl, I know I helped you. And if you remember this, man, if Darryl's watching, you remember this, man, you ought to just put a comment in there. And by the way, I'm a born again now. I'm a born again. I'm a brother in Christ. And like I said before, I really appreciate what you're doing. It's not like you needed to redeem anything. Once you're saved, you're saved. You're redeemed through your faith. But in society, this is kind of what people look for, and you're out there. You're out there spreading the word, man, and you're spreading the gospel message, and I can appreciate that. So that's the time I helped set a Dodger team record at home, thanks to my trash talk, and thanks to Darryl Strawberry's mad skills. Okay, hope you enjoyed the story. Take care. Peace.